Hey guys, fourth fan of the night.
Fourth fan of the night.
And this is a Moss Caribbean Breeze. We did test the capacitor in it just to confirm that it was good before we test the fan. So if you want to see footage of that and many other amazing things that you can't see anywhere else, go to patreon.com/dspiffy. Do you remember where you first saw one of these, Pete?
Oh, yes. I think I was in tech school already, and we took a field trip to one of our my classmates' shop. It was his dad's shop.
Gotcha.
And it was actually, like the way I always pictured these, like a right over the workbench.
Yeah.
In one of the smaller, it's a building shop.
Gotcha.
Had one large and then some small ones for like framework.
I wonder if it was a Menards one.
Very possibly.
They sold these at Menards.
Oh, I know. I got a new in-box one.
Yeah.
So I thought I even did see these at Menards too.
Yeah.
I seem to remember now.
I don't remember seeing them at Menards, but I do know they sold them. So I have two very early. I mean, I saw these a lot in my childhood. They were very, very common around here. Oh, yeah. Probably because Menards sold them. But there's two memories that stand out to me. One is there was a mall called Hilldale Mall. Okay. And now it's like an outdoor mall, like Bayshore, I think. Yeah. But when I was a kid, it was an indoor mall, and it was probably had the best fan installs out of all the malls, at least in the stores. Oh. And there's a video of this because I got it before they tore the mall down. There was a store there. It was a women's clothing store, and they had one of these over the changing rooms. Okay. No fans in the rest of the store, but just a little small one over the changing rooms.
Which reminds me of, the Walmart. Going to GMS, there's a Walmart right not far from the freeway.
Yep.
That used to be a JCPenney, not that building. That was JCPenney was torn down for that Walmart.
Gotcha, yep.
But also, just like the story you're describing, there wasn't a Caribbean Breeze, but there was like a few either Pro Lines or Safers over the changing stalls, I call them, the fitting stalls of the women's section. I always wanted to go down to see them. I always saw them for a distance. Yep. It was actually a JCPenney outlet store.
Gotcha.
It was...
I wonder if they were Newtones because, Stuart found those Newtones in a JCPenney.
It's very possible.
So it's clear that JCPenney bought from Newtone.
Yeah.
The other place that had one is right not far from where my house is now, kind of down the street from the deli that we like.
Yeah.
There's an appliance repair store called Kiefer's Shaver and Appliance.
Okay.
It's like literally a place that repairs small appliances. And when I was a kid, they had two fans. One in the front over like the customer counter that was a little small view fan. And then one in back was a brown Caribbean Breeze over like where the workbenches were.
Yeah.
And it was more centered. Like it wasn't specifically over one guy's workbench, but it was definitely over the workbenches. And I went back a few years ago to see if the fans were still there, and I was going to make a video. And they had been replaced with a Hunter Infinity, which is a weird choice, but, somebody just had it, I guess. So.
Yeah. And
Go ahead, what were you going to say?
Yeah, also there's an antique store in the 3rd Ward that had two brown ones that's still there. I believe they're still there. I went there not long ago.
Yeah, you just see these everywhere.
Oh, yeah. So, what we got now, we'll do 0 to high.
Sure. Do you know what kind of inrush they have?
I thought a small inrush, if anything.
I'll say big.
All right.
Pete might have this one. That's 6'2". I don't even know where this fan came from, by the way. We just were pulling stuff out of my underground storage where I don't know that I did a video there. I can't remember if it's Patreon or public. It was I put a socket fan there. I'm going to change it. I'm going to put a different socket fan there, either an orbital one or an Bell and Howell one. Yeah, so it's big inrush.
Okay.
And man, that's strong for such a small fan. I feel the breeze all the way back here.
Oh yeah.
Did you grab the calculator?
Oh, not.
I think we got everything except the calculator. Now, when he comes back, I want to see, when he turns those lights back off, I want to see if it changes the current draw. Okay, I'm going to watch the current draw while you hit the light switch.
Okay.
No difference. Okay. So, you want to go to the power factor and all of that?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Hand me the calculator.
Here, you take.
I'll take the calculator.
61.
So pretty high power factor.
Not quite a power factor one. It's like 3/4. A little over 3/4.
Yeah, somebody, I can't remember who it might have been, the person from Moss called these the German helmet fans. Because the motor housing shape kind of looks like a German helmet. I believe in you. You can do it.
Okay. I'm getting 1045. So that's definitely over 300.
Yeah, that's 350.
Yeah, that looks
Seems
like,
about right.
Yeah, that looks about right to do that.
So here's the real.
Okay.
Here's the real test. Is the sheet out here still? Yep, it's on the wall.
Yeah.
Did you see I updated? I sent you an updated email?
Yes, I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah.
I just haven't gotten to it.
No, it's fine. I was just telling you, making sure you saw it.
Ooh, 629.
629. Okay, so that is around 4,500 CFM. I think that's about the same as the Contec, isn't it? I know we tested another small fan that was around that. It's definitely more than like the small blender fan. I'm gonna start keeping track of what fans are what CFM. I'm gonna turn this off too, Pete, just so we don't.
Yeah.
We have battery
Well,
left.
we're ready for spin down anyways.
Absolutely. Yeah, so 4,500, which is
that's quite concentrated though.
yeah.
It feels like a 9,000.
Well, this fan that Skylar sent us to test, I don't know if their rated CFM is going to be similar to ours. The rated CFM on that is only 35 for a 56. So, so this being a 36 that outperforms some, or is this a 48? This might be a 48. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get to it. It's got 48 in the model name, so I'm wondering if it's 48.
I'm guessing so.
But yeah, I'm just saying it outperforms some 52-inch fans. And the thing about these that is amazing to me, you rarely see them killed. Like, the bearings are usually still good, the windings are usually still good. Rare occasion, the capacitor's bad, but the canopy is usually the first thing to go.
Yep.
And for a stamped fan from the 70s, that's pretty impressive. Like, these are just, quite a remarkable design. And they were cheap. Yeah. These were like a $20 fan.
Yeah, and they were also, you said they were sold as residential.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah.
Like, they were commonly put on a swag and down to their control box.
Not even a swag, just a bare wire. You didn't even need a swag. You just used the bare wire. Okay.
Oh, yeah, the lamp cord.
Do you remember where these start upon the rig of testing?
I thought these do start low.
I would assume.
Like 2 or so. I'm going to go with...
I'll go with 3 then.
All right. 1, 2. Oh. I thought these start low. 3.
Changing mine to 4.
Oh, yeah, already. 4.
I win.
Get up to speed. Huh.
There's a moth in here. Have you heard Norm Macdonald's moth joke?
No.
You know who Norm Macdonald is, right?
Yes, big time.
One of my all-time favorite comedians. I think one of the best comedians of all time. He did them all. Just Google or YouTube Norm Macdonald moth joke.
Okay.
And it's one of the things he's most famous for.
Okay.
That's quite the nice low.
Yep, here's 5. See what you get out of a standard.
Probably something usable.
That's the one thing I always think of is a 36-inch, a little fan like that. It just, a slow low is just...
Not doing that much.
No, you need it to do something.
Yeah, this is probably the low end of circulation right here. Anything slower than this probably wouldn't do much.
Yeah. Okay, here's 6. 6 would be more of what I think would be practical for a 36-inch fan.
That's fair.
That's why I set those 36-inch trims like the little view fan to something like that as well, because if I'm going to have it on low, I want it to do something. Here is 7. And 8.
I don't think these are crunchy, but I'll try anyways. Crunch, 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 crunch. It's more chewy than crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
But you're already getting like a medium out of.
Maybe 6, 8, 14 will be our winner.
Yep.
Can always hope.
There's 9. I'm not so sure about that because...
You think it's getting too fast, too quick?
Yeah, or the current draw, what was it on high? It was
like 5, 8 maybe?
Yeah, it's gonna... Starts to jump, even this is from 10, it's already taken bigger jumps.
It is. Might be a candidate for a 3-speed or a variable speed. The chokes on these don't do badly.
No. This is 10.
You know what else they do?
What?
Well, we'll have to wait till 12.
Here's 11.
Might go over, though.
And 12.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Hit the high switch. Or I'll hit the, I'm closer, actually, huh? Right on it. No, a little bit more. Go to 13.
Okay.
Yeah, 13's over by a nose hair. Nose hair. That's another, since we're getting back to doing impressions, that's another Metal Pete impression.
Do you have any Homestead catalogs?
Yeah. Pardon me, do you have any Homestead catalogs? Any marvelous Homestead catalogs?
Yes.
I don't know about, have we actually heard him say marvelous? He said incredible, and he said overwhelming. I can't remember what else he said. There's a whole video.
Yeah, maybe
I don't think I actually heard him say marvelous, but he probably did, and I just didn't have it recorded. Or maybe in one of our fan test videos.
Yeah, or probably one of our days of moving. Who knows? Could have been. We had a whole week of him.
We had a whole week of Jonas, which is a lot of Jonas. It is as much Jonas as you could have in a week, actually. Yeah. Oh man, that was something else.
Okay, we got solid state.
How do you think it's gonna do?
I think it's gonna be bedroom quiet, at least.
I'm gonna go silent. I don't think it'll be as loud as a doorbell. Doorbell. You can tell we're getting tired.
I can't even hear that.
I don't hear anything.
Wow.
Now I forgot to turn off the outside light. I don't know if that'll make a difference. Because I can hear the outside light.
But I can't hear this
Not at all. Not at all.
That's like... Yeah, I think these are also meant for solid state.
I mean, they were never sold with solid state.
Really,
so no.
But they definitely work.
Yeah.
This definitely works well with a solid state.
They're just great fans across the board.
Yeah.
You know? And they even had light adaptable versions.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, there's really no downside. They made wood-bladed versions.
Yep.
There's no downside to them. They're just great fans across the board. Chen and Aircool is who made them.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's everything.
Yeah, yes. It is.
Okay, so how metal are these, Pete?
high end of middle, I mean, they're not quite a cast
Gotcha.
industrial.
What's the middle band again?
Oh, I don't go by
Is that
band.
Iron Maiden?
Well, actually, power and thrash metal.
Okay.
Like there's black and death metal.
Give me an example of a middle band.
Oh,
Slayer. Slayer, that's what I was thinking of. Okay. So yeah, this is high end. I would agree for me too. High end of the middle category.
Yeah, the whole Megadeth, Slayer, Anthrax,
yeah.
Iron Maiden, the pioneers
Gotcha.
of the more underground metal.
Okay. Well, I know these are pretty Rick.
Yeah.
These might even be top tier Rick. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, he took some from me. I told
did.
him he can have.
He
some.
did. That was very nice of you. You were very generous.
Well, you know, it's one of those things I wanted to kind of decrease.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Rick, I would never say anything nice about Rick to his face, but since he's not here, I can talk about him and just say that, yeah, if you were going to give something to somebody, Rick would be the guy to give it to. He does a lot to help us out.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, as always, let's thank our sponsors, Pete, our legacy sponsor, our original sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to show? We got the luxury edition of
Yeah.
Did you write Fanstick on it yet or not? Not yet.
No.
Okay. So, but in spirit, this is Fanstick.
Yes.
Let me embiggen the video a little bit. So there's Fanstick.
Yeah.
If you want to find out more about Fanstick, you can go to buyfanstick.com, fanstick.biz, lightstick.biz, and for the Florida Fanstick, which is 69% longer and harder than regular Fanstick, you can go to buyfanstickxxx.com. I am definitely hungry, Pete. I'm looking forward to having dinner when I get home. But you know what I wish I could have?
Yes, taco burrito.
Burrito Mexico. And see, there's actually when I go to Milwaukee for my choir rehearsal on Wednesday, there's a Mexican place I stop at on my way home. They've got the tacos, they got the burritos. You know what they don't have?
The Mexican.
Mexicos. No Mexicos. You know? So
well, what would be considered a Mexico then?
I don't know. We got to ask next time we go to Taco Burrito Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is that they don't have it on their sign at the other place, so they clearly don't have it. Yeah. And here, I like you, I'm also thirsty. And when I'm thirsty and collecting fans, I reach for. We got one with a logo on it. Well, while he's going to get one, I will remind everyone about our other sponsors, the Good Manufacturing Company, Rick or Sheep, which is a fun game you can play with your friends or family by going to rickorsheep.com, 81220 LLC, where our motto is crunch, 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 crunch. So we're backtracking a little bit. If you're thirsty and you're collecting fans, you should reach for a Sperry. Pete, what's their motto?
It's very good.
It's very good. I think that's all the sponsors, isn't it?
It is.
Patreon.com/dspiffy for, last I checked, 330 videos that are not public. That's a lot of videos, Pete.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really good way to support our sponsors, but what's an even better way to support our sponsors?
Bye, fans.
Bye, Fanstick. Thanks for watching.